Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising, people. Woo, it's your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka Mixologist, aka Furniture Mover, Rump Shaker, Body Breaker. Look, I'm doing some of everything, y'all. That's why it looks like y'all may think she broke down. She broke down. Look, it's hard to keep a good woman down. Whatever bothers me, I'm not going to let it affect me. You know, just get on my nerve a little bit. Like me, get my hair done. My hair going to be looking real good. Friday, I got a show coming up, and I'm just so excited to be hosting the show that we got coming up. It's part of the Lions Den Collective. It's just a beautiful thing going on, and I'm happy to be part of that. Um, if I sound congested, y'all know how it is because the weather. One day it's warm, one day it's cold. And then whatever that was blooming on a warm day got your girl's allergies all jacked up. Boom. That's the show that I'm talking about right there. That is going to be a nice, the Holy Ghost going to come in the room on this show because I love it. It's inspirational. It's going to be just an awesome time that we're going to have. We're going to have dancers, storytellers, and singers, and me, comedian and host extraordinaire. It's beautiful when you can have event fit for all ages. You know what I mean? Where you ain't got to worry about a babysitter. Bring the kids right along and just celebrating and life and everything and all this beautiful splendor. And it's also Good Friday, y'all. I didn't realize that Easter is Sunday coming up. For those of y'all who celebrate, Easter and all of that, which usually meant for me right after Easter, it would be the Black Family Day. Because everybody used to go to the zoo on Monday, and everything. They used to be a really big thing. And when I was coming up as a kid, but I don't see it being as big, especially since COVID happened, and also since they started shooting on Mondays. They started doing little stupid stuff to drown out the positivity that we used to do. And I'm challenging everybody, bring that positivity back. Don't let anything negative stop you from doing something that's kind, loving, heartfelt, and just good for other people. Don't be scared to move. We can't. We can't. If that's the case, we will never go outside the door because unforeseen circumstances befalls everybody. So don't stop doing good. Don't stop being good, and don't stop feeling good. You know what I mean? Just because no good is trying to come your way. What you do, you stamp on this head and you keep it moving. When people don't get out your way, you run their asses over. You enjoy life. You have a good time because we only here, y'all, for a short time, a short while when you look at the big scheme of things. So many people, so many people are celebrating his birthday between yesterday and today. And I want to give Eric Wade a shout out. And I want to give my very own Tyree Wade a shout out. And I want to get Scarlett Jean Amerson a shout out. All of these are people that was born on the 29th. There's so many people born around this time. Woo, it ain't funny. What was happening 9 months ago? Oh, that was June. So everybody was getting busy in the summertime. That was the first sign of the summertime in spring. And they was getting busy making babies. Okay. So that's what was happening. I know a lot of people birthday in March or June. I didn't realize so many people. When I started counting the other day of how many people were born in March, that's in my family alone, I was like, dang, I have over 30 family members, friends and associates that was born in March. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. You never know. So that was must have been a hype time of the year for making babies. I'm a little congested because this is my allergy things going on and everything. Y'all know how I be. So don't get surprised. Don't be surprised. But once I get some old, my good old CMOS in me, that'll go. And once my good friend Cole told me to get some clove, I'm gonna try that. I didn't know it take away. I knew it took away tooth pain, they say. But let me see if they take away some of these aches and oohs in my body. Or maybe I need some big strong hands to massage my body. But whatever is going on in my body, I'm gonna be okay. Let's get on with the show. It's Monday Madness, and I ain't mad about nothing at all. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly because it's chilled inside, or maybe it's just my, I don't know. But I'm cold. I've been cold for the last couple of days anyway. But let's bring on the clue. I'm on my phone because my computer keep glitching out. Instead of me keep trying to get on. I said I'll just get
Wake up
on
with the sun in a
my phone.
steaming cup. Tune into the show
Super
where the vibes heat up.
producers,
The
come to the
morning Mac
front,
got the
please.
flavor, got the glow. Started right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily
What's
dose.
up, bro?
This is the show
up,
where your
y'all?
spirit goes.
Good morning,
It's
man.
the morning Mac.
Hey,
Where the time don't lag.
What up, Ron?
What's up with you?
What's up, bro? Cool, and who else we got? Uncle E.
What's up,
What
what's
up,
up, y'all?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Back. Monday Madness, man. We back.
Hey, can I address something first thing in the morning? Can I address something?
Please,
Go ahead.
I don't know what's going on with nobody checking in over the weekend, but that shit is not cool.
I wonder who you talking about.
me.
All that not checking in the whole damn weekend. I don't know what you
Hey,
want,
Uncle keep
What's up,
saying,
Kyle?
hey, you
What's up,
talked to
T-Pain?
Reese? You talked to Reese? I said, we used to and down. She scared us a few times. We know she all right. Me, she would have called. Somebody would have called. But
somebody.
yeah, Riri been busy, man.
There's no understanding as to not even calling and saying I'm all right or good day or whatever. I got something to take care of.
Hey, welcome to the family, y'all.
You was right. Misha called me and got on me. My phone did. I was laying on my phone and my phone died. She called and fussed me out because she was like, I've been calling you and it just go straight to voicemail. I said, yeah, it died. And I do, you know what?
It died the whole weekend, Reed?
That's
it. It died the whole weekend?
I talked to Weezy and Misha on Saturday.
Yeah,
I talked to him. I didn't come into any groups. I'm sorry. I didn't get into any groups.
No, don't do that shit again, and I'm good off of it.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see my boy.
Pick up.
I thought you was
Yeah, but y'all gotta pick up the phone and call me. Y'all know I don't be on the IGs and on the group chats a lot.
Yes, you do.
But if you pick up the phone, I grab the phone.
All right, we'll make sure we do that.
I grab the phone quicker. Phone quicker.
What up,
Molly
Phil?
tell you, Molly, don't I grab the phone?
What up, family? What's going on with y'all? What Reese done there?
None.
Just not answering the phone like she needs to.
Not communicating properly.
Yeah, exactly. You got it right.
I don't got on.
It's all right.
The usual.
Players fuck up too. It's all right. Ain't no thing.
I know who's over there. When she got a little company, male friends over, we don't hear from her. I'm happy for her, you know. Yeah. Girl. Yeah, Rod,
you better call somebody. I don't care about my male friends.
Ain't no reason.
Tell that nigga to call. How about that?
Right. Check in. Let us know what to do.
Hey,
messing with nobody. It was me in the bed.
I forget. I'm happy. Somebody just said, "Tony, you gonna link it to the IG? Watch us on YouTube or Facebook, man." I be forgetting about IG. We on YouTube and Facebook as well. I don't know why. I just
What's up, TK? What's up, Kyle? Thank y'all for tapping in.
Mr. John in the house.
Thank y'all for tapping in. Hey y'all. How do we link it up like and can keep it up there permanently? We can't with IG.
That's the way you gotta embed the code or whatever. We can work it out after the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, that's a lot to link it in. I try to do it with my podcast. That's a lot to do.
I don't know why IG is such a problem. Like I know Facebook and work together with a lot of stuff, but I don't know why they make IG a problem.
Yeah, you gotta really go to.
I thought IG and Facebook was like the same people.
It's the same people, but that don't mean the functionality is the same.
Yeah. So you want them to use it for different things. If you let both of them do the exact thing, people say, "I just stay on Facebook because they do everything IG do." But as long as you let one do something the other don't do, people download both. Smart.
Okay.
All right, everybody get popping and everything.
Yeah, I can start with your first clip. I would just add on this.
It don't matter which one you pick.
Let me make sure I add the IG live. If y'all in here, please like, please share, subscribe. You watching on YouTube. We'll get this thing going.
All right.
Okay, I'm live on Instagram now, so y'all can go on if you decide to. But I can't read your comments from there. I can probably look and read it, but it won't show up on the screen like everybody else's. So don't ask me that. Why you ain't read my comments? That's the first thing they say. Y'all just skipping over our comments. But it's the first clip right here. If you want to elaborate anything on it, or just share the clip, Trey.
No, go ahead and play it. What she says is self-explanatory. She's a good speaker, so whatever.
All right.
Even when she says small stuff, it works. You hear her.
Sometimes you have to let people think you the fool. That's something my grandma still says to this day. And that's not because you are one. That's because you have to understand timing. Stay with me. There is so much power in being underestimated. See, when people think you don't know, they talk freely. They reveal themselves. When they think you slow, they move sloppy. I'm telling you, when they think you are naive, they will show themselves every time. You just sit there confused. But meanwhile, you collecting data like you a CIA agent. See, a fool reacts. Wisdom observes. You don't argue every lie. You don't correct every assumption. You don't defend yourself in rooms that weren't designed to understand you. Sometimes you nod. Sometimes you smile. You just let them think they got you figured out. But here's the truth. The person who usually has to prove that they're smart is normally not the smartest person in the room. Silence can make people uncomfortable, y'all. Stillness makes them nervous. Mystery makes them underestimate you. See, underestimation is a strategic advantage. Let them think you missed it. Let them think you don't see it. Let them think you're harmless. Not loud, not bitter, not reactive. Sometimes acting foolish isn't foolish. It's controlled restraint. Even Jesus told people after miracles, don't tell everyone. Preserve your power. Esther knew that the plot was coming against her people. She didn't rush to the throne screaming. She preserved her power till the moment was right. David was already anointed king, while Saul was still sitting on the throne. He let Saul think that he was just a harp player. He let people underestimate him, and he waited. That's discipline. And Joseph had every right to flex. Instead, he waited for the appointed moment. Timing protected him. Restraint elevated him. Preserve your power. Let them think you a fool. Sometimes you have to let people think you the fool.
Now, like her grandmother would pass that to her, that's something that my grandmother always passed to me. Personally, I still have a hard time pretending like I don't know shit. So, I don't have to speak on everything, but I just am not. I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice, and the people around me a disservice if I'm absorbing or allowing bullshit to float around me. Doesn't tie to any particular situation, just life, like observing life and stuff in general. But I have recognized the power in allowing things to just flow the way they do. Not too much gets past me, so it's not too much that somebody can do that is significant to me that is shisty or shady or whatever, and I won't catch it, or I'll be truly clueless to what's going on. But I now, as I get a little older, I understand a little bit more about the power of the silence. So there's some wise people on here. I hear a lot of solid gems that a lot of the people that have a little age on me drop to me on this show and just in life and in the streets and stuff in general. And yeah, I just thought what she said was well rounded. It definitely speaks to me in today's time. But whoever you want to give it to, Molly, give the mic to next. That's who can have it. It's my sentiment.
Yeah, I like the video, and she made a lot of good points. Definitely on that. I'm a silent person too. I don't like to always promote like I know this, I know that, unless it's people I actually love and fuck with. Other than that, I don't care to let people know too much of what I know, because then they always need your help for something. So I had to learn from that. Oh yeah, don't you know about this and that? Don't you know about that? Can't you help me with that? Like, nah, I'm okay with not knowing. We got who that just popped in here? Oh man,
Funny man Green.
He already know.
Unmute that mic, Slim.
What up, funny man Green?
What's up?
Ain't too much. Good to see you, bro.
That boy, they don't get you. They don't wait. No, I thought you was frozen already.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm about to say they already got you out of here. I don't know if y'all be watching. Some of y'all be watching the stream a little bit before you join. I don't know if you like just missed the video because you just came in as soon as the video ended. But you know, you're welcome to give a take or just wait and hear some of the other sentiments of the other people that go first, and then you can kind of put two and two together with what the sentiments were.
Funny man Green, the semi-pro legend in the building.
Sometimes, yeah, I like that.
Semi-pro legend. Dave, did you see the video?
Yeah. I seen the video. And I'm the same way. You know what I mean? Like one of my sayings is, you know what I mean. Sometimes the smartest thing is to play dumb. Because you know what I mean. If somebody thinks you're real intelligent, they're gonna try their hardest to you know what I mean to hide things, whatever. But if they think you're dumb, they'll put the truth right in your face. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true sometimes.
They put right into it. Uncensored, what's your thoughts on what the lady said in the clip?
I agree with her, man. Especially being in this comedy game, people so passive aggressive. They come follow you on IG, Facebook, just so you can plug them in to get on a show because you know some bookers. So I totally agree. So if you're quiet, you can weed them out and you just pay attention to how they move. That's it.
Just stay sharp. Yeah.
Riri, what's your thoughts, Riri? Play the fool. Sometimes you gotta play the fool.
I agree 100%, but like Trey says, sometimes when you see stuff going on with you, I gotta learn to sit back and just chill or and observe more because I get offended at some things, you know. But sometimes, but sometimes the people think you a fool. I get offended with that. Like, I know they know, but you know, but like Trey said, sometimes I gotta sit back and listen more and talk less, and not play the fool. I won't say, but play the like, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And we know Unc ain't sitting back being quiet. Unc, you ever sit back and play the fool, Unc, or you let them know you know what you're talking about?
I play the fool a lot. That's the best part of my game right there. I play the fool because everybody think they know every fucking thing. So I play the fool like I know what the fuck going on. And then when you fuck up and I gotta come back, then I'm gonna let you know my intelligence is about whatever we're going through.
Simple enough.
Yeah, sometimes, and I hate to say it, but this is something that I learned to be very true. Sometimes you gotta sit back and let a motherfucker crash before you show them where the collision center at.
Right though, okay. Before you call AAA and shit.
I like that.
Do your thing. Kyle said sometimes, sometimes, yeah, I like to do that. I like to do it subtly, not to focus on the lie, but to show I don't believe it. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, I feel you.
I'll go poet, boy. I'm telling you, you come with some poetry, boy.
Yeah, I don't be talking to him, man. Hey, Kyle, I think I got a couple of your videos, but you might got to resend them. I done saved so many. I don't know who belong to who. We're going to put up this next clip. It's your boy, Master P. I think we talked about this, Reese. You're going to have to remind me. But somebody sent it in. I guess they want us to speak on it as well about the petty pass. Remember she was selling her petty pass?
Yeah, I remember that way.
Master P was having a lecture and was telling the people.
I was just talking about.
You were just talking about it?
Yeah, I was just talking about that this weekend, the patty pies and how it's just her face. And that's not even her recipe or none of that. And we was I was just because the auntie was upset. She was like, well, why would she fool the people? And that's why the people was buying it because they thought they were supporting Patti LaBelle and pies. Patti didn't make them pies. Them pies is awful. I had one.
I had one. Well, we're going to share the clip.
At Walmart.
You had one at
Walmart?
That's what happened with most. Walmart.
Look, even
That was
we
the biggest.
see in the back say, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
she said she
Master
was
P be giving
disappointed.
us little lectures and stuff where he come and teach people how to be entrepreneurs and stuff. And he was asking them about the, you know, the petty pies, and a lot of them, it was new information to them. But it always matters sometimes the way it coming from for some reason. Because we talked about it, Reese, you told people, but they ain't want to hear it. But when Master P let them know, and they Googled it right then and there. It don't hurt to research these days. You ain't got to go to the library. But check this clip out. We're going to give our opinions when we come back.
Bell pie.
Support my sister from my city. That's my auntie.
Okay,
Yeah.
give him a round of applause. Now we're going to get deep. Who created patty pies?
That's a question I don't know the answer to.
See that? That's why we here today.
Thought she created it and someone else made it.
Okay, that's why education is so important. So think about this, right? And y'all could go on y'all phones and do y'all research and say, who created Patti LaBelle pies? Is you shocked? We about to see this right now. That's why education is so important. See, it went viral, but this ain't go viral. Who created it?
Keena Thomas.
Who is Keena Thomas?
I don't think she's from Philly.
Oh, hold up.
Oh, she's a Walmart. I knew it. I knew it was Walmart. I knew it was Walmart. I said Great Value.
Oh, what? Oh, see that? So now you mad. Don't that make you upset? Want to educate y'all, right? So let me tell y'all something. So that been in Walmart for 8 years. Why that's not in the back of the store?
Walmart on the pies, man.
All right. So let me explain something to y'all. Patti LaBelle owned 10% of that.
Wow.
What? So you buying it because it's Patti LaBelle name. So think about this. So that company made in 8 years, it made $200 million. How much went to Patti LaBelle? 20 million. Where the other 180 million went? Like we didn't even know that. Everything went viral because you heard the song and you went and brought the pie. But guess what? Where the pie really going to? See what I'm saying? We got to change that. We won't change now. That's why we out here fighting for this. This is why I'm out here trying to educate y'all, to let y'all know. We're not looking at the big picture. $20 million, which is a lot of money, right? But imagine if she got half of that, all the families she could help. We have to change our mindset. I seen y'all get mad. He was my home girl. But think about it, y'all. They don't teach us that. We don't know our work.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This your boy Chow Bout, man, aka Bout Got Jokes, straight out of Southside Jamaica, Queens, same
Yeah, that's a
neighborhood.
good
as 50
solid video
Cent,
for
no
real.
kids at. But
Somebody
look,
coming
check
in.
this out, y'all. I just came from getting my breakfast because I'm getting ready to tune into the Morning Mac show that is live every Monday through Friday. So y'all better tap in because if you knew better, you do better, baby. Play with it, but don't play with it.
Riri, starting with you. You said you was in that situation trying to let people know.
Yeah.
And now Master P, he let them know. A lot of people was upset though in the beginning.
Yeah, even Weezy tell him.
He asked where all of it, where all the pies go. I said in the trash, but they're still making money.
Oh yeah,
The
you can
pie,
buy it.
anytime the children don't eat it, and let me tell you, when we tried it, my uncle and us went down to North Carolina, had just got out of the hospital stuff in 2015. We went down there. My aunt was like, instead of making my sweet potato pie, we gonna get patty pies. We was all like, yeah, we got patty pies. Even the children was like, what's this junk? The kids didn't want to eat it. The kids, the kids, they was like, we don't want this. So we was like, what the hell? So we thought my aunt cooked it wrong. We said, you did something wrong. She said, well, I got another one in the freezer. We said, well, put it in the oven. This time the whole family waited for this, anticipated it was, the pies was just horrible. And my aunt was like, Patty, she was just talking about this the other day. She was like, it don't make no sense how we put our name on anything, make them rich, blah, 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 blah. I said, all she was doing was advertising. She there to do a commercial. But they said, these are Patti LaBelle pies. They should, Patty, she said, why don't Patty say, you know what? I don't like the pies, but maybe y'all like the pies, but this not my recipe because she thought it was Patti LaBelle's recipe. I said, it's not Patty's recipe. Patti can actually cook. I said, you can tell somebody with flavorous rhythm can't put this, put that pie together. You can tell. It tastes like yuck. I said, give me a baked sweet potato. Just put some butter and brown sugar. Or I'd rather eat that than eat one of them pies. The pies, And they do it for promotion. They sell the image. They sold her image. They sold her for a nickel. That's terrible.
20
I mean, well,
million.
10%, a dime. They sold her for a dime. Yeah, she got 10% of what they made. She got 20 million, but that's 10% of what they made.
200 million.
She only got 10%.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, she said she only got 10% of what they made. They made 200 million. She only got 10% of what they made. And the only reason that people bought it was because of her. Now I'm the reason for the season, but you only gonna give me 10%?
Yeah.
Who played who?
That's all you getting.
She's not getting played when you sign up for something and you know what the hell you getting.
Yeah,
she Patti LaBelle anyway, but she ain't tripping about that. She knew when she signed that contract that she was gonna play to be the face of it and all that. She knows she ain't make it, and I think the information is great. It wasn't a shock that she like isn't hands on, because most of these companies and brands, the actual people that are the face of it don't necessarily use. The ones that are taking off. What's up, Kool-Aid? The people that are actually taking off and keeping up in the market are the people that you see actually using their products on, actually being transparent on a certain level and demonstrating or using it or whatever. But after the wave changed, the first wave, the pies taste different. The second wave is, I think, when it started to blow up or whatever the fuck, they changed and thinned some shit out, because the first set of pies didn't taste like the second round when Walmart ran out and they started to, talking about they gotta, get them back out on the shelves and blah, blah, blah. The recipe changed. Kool-Aid says, those are Patti LaBelle's pies. Good morning. They used to make them at first, then someone else made the pies. They tasted better. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't expect these people to be attached to their brands, or what they're representing.
That's not even her recipe, though. That's not Patty's pie or her recipe.
Okay, but what people mad for?
Yeah, because they thought it was, and they
make your own
supported
right.
it just because.
Or no.
So it's like they,
after we figure that out, it's like it's cool, all right. But
20 million,
looking for it either.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
like I don't gotta do the work. 20 million.
I don't want nobody in this circle to be like, oh, just 20 million. Shit.
What?
I don't want nobody to act like just 20 million in this circle. Sign me up too. I'll smile on it. I'll be right on the box.
Hey, Molly, when you get your CMOS popping, somebody want to buy that. Hey, let's do our own CMOS, Molly. It's only business. You know what I mean? They like using our faces to sell products. This shit been happening since the beginning of time with liquor. Diddy had Ciroc. Diddy got that shit popping. He sold that. They're gonna use our faces to sell products.
Mm-hmm. That's marketing. That's
they sell products
the way
to us
right now.
They sell products to us. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to that scenario with Molly, they will take out the holistic side of it, because it will no longer be healthy. It will no longer be good. It'll be manufactured. Anytime we get anything manufactured, the love comes out of it. The initial intention comes out of it, and it just goes to money. So it wouldn't be the same for Molly. His face will be on there, and people be getting
all
sick.
kind of sugar cane in that shit. That shit gonna be sweet as shit.
Recipe definitely changed though. Because like I said, I got the first wave. I was right by Walmart at the time, like literally across the street from a Walmart at the time. So the first wave was different. When they sold out, because mind you couldn't go nowhere, you couldn't get one for like the first week. Same thing, these black ass people with them chicken sandwiches and shit. Can't do it for nothing else, but you can do it for chicken sandwich and patty pies. I would never understand that. But anyway, after the first wave was done and they talking about they got restocked, all the locations that were distributing, the recipe did change. So I agree with Kool-Aid, because it was not the same. Like, it still tastes like a diabetic pie regardless, but it just was better. When you try to cut some shit out because you can't eat this, eat that, and you still be trying to act like it's still good. It's nah. But it changed. The recipe changed.
What's your thoughts, Dave? You got you one of them patty pies over there?
No, I never tried it. No, when I was watching the Master P junk, no, I said Master P tried one of them pies and was like, nah.
Nah. Yeah, but I love that. I love to see Master P. Not that he ever really exuded a type of energy that made him seem like he thought he was better or thought he was this or that. But I love to see the constant posts of him having seminars and stuff, educating people regardless. You know, if you know something already, you can just pass it to the next person and they can get it too. But I like that he's on a regular level, regular folks in the room, got him looking up stuff and all that type of stuff. But you know, taking the time to educate and try to teach people how to do it. Not trying to get you to buy a book with it and shit and all that. But he's just trying to, you know, give you the 411. So I like that.
Now,
a lot of
now
rap
people
snacks,
used
though.
to underestimate Master P too, but they didn't think he was as intelligent as he was, and I love that. Just like Trey first video, it's all he just a country rapper or he just whatever, but he's quite educated and intelligent, and I love to hear him, you know, floss on them like, I'm not. You hear me? You heard me? I'm not. No, I'm dropping some real knowledge and some real wisdom on you boys. You know, and I love to see what our people do that.
He played NBA.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, he went to college and played for the NBA and all that. Played for the Toronto Raptors.
But when you ask who Master P, they think he's just a rapper, right? A rapper don't know nothing.
Yeah.
He's a very not only is he a good rapper, he's a savvy businessman, and I love that.
Yeah.
Like flex on him, P, flex on him.
A lot of rappers are coming down. They really intelligent. A lot of them are. There's no doubt.
What I like about him is, you know what I mean, for him to have all this money and everything, you know, he's not selfish. Like one of the most priceless things is knowledge. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean, like I could sit there and give you $1,000 or you know what I mean, a couple thousand or something like that. No, but if I don't give you the knowledge of, you know what I mean, how to save and how to spend right and everything like that, no, that money is going to be gone in no time. That's why you're seeing these rappers, you're seeing these NFL players, basketball players, and everything and all, with millions of dollars of contracts and stuff like that. No, but they didn't know about taxes. They didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't know every state that you play, other than Florida and I think something else, you got to pay taxes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? They just let me get 8 cars. Let me get the newest car. Let me this. Okay. Then our IRS is like, okay, now where's our money? And then next you know,
they're definitely looking for it.
Next you know, they're sitting there robbing banks and selling drugs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They got Maurice Clarett and different ones like that. Was supposed to be big NFL stars, you know what I mean, locked up for years.
Now you said every state except for Florida, you got to pay taxes.
Yeah, Florida, I think Texas. A couple of teams. I know Brad used to be psyched when they play Miami because he get to see his whole game check. And they game checks used to be crazy. He was getting the least, and he was on his rookie deal. He was only getting like $80,000 a week, which is crazy, right? You know, he used to be like, man, I can't wait. Peyton Manning, it was getting $1.3 million a week. Every game check was like, Von Miller, $300,000 every game check, you know. So, but when you see the taxes they take out, you be like, what the fuck? Man, his check used to be like $86,000 for the week. By the time they take everything out, he only saying 53. You be like, dang, what they took off? It's just because whatever state they play in, you making money in their state. So if you fly here, make that state, you got to pay taxes for making money in that state, you know, unless that state, unless you got a company in that state. That's what a lot of people don't know. So if you got a business in that state and you play against that team from that state, as long as you got property or business, you ain't got to pay taxes. So you better off just starting the company off in whatever team you playing against that schedule, you know, and that say you some money. But I don't know. I like it. I just be looking at it like anything else. You know, Michael Jordan. You know, it's just like everybody loves Jordans, but that's Nike shit. You know, it's like as time go on, he's starting to get more share and percentage. But they had 10% to do nothing. You know, like Jordan don't know how to make a shoe. You know, so it's like he don't care to learn how to make a shoe. But if he can just put his face on it, do a couple of commercials, y'all pay it. I see why they doing it. Same thing with Diddy and everybody else. But for us as the consumer, it's like, why we just don't educate ourselves on who the business owners of these things, and why don't black entrepreneurs that's rich go at Patty? Patty been out here making pies. Why nobody came to her and say, Patty, let me invest in your pies? You know, like this, because she probably don't know the business side. She good at singing and making pies. And they say that's all we need you to do. And that's all she's doing. And she got 20 million for that. You know, it's like I ain't knocking her, but you know, it's for people to only support it because they think it's Patty's pie and not a good pie. It's ridiculous to me. I don't care who made the pie.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand.
Reese pies, like them pies nasty. I'm gonna say, Ree, I can't. Hey, you my girl. You know, I ain't buying them damn pies. Them joints nasty. But you out here and support Beyonce mother. She making all this shit. People going out there buying it, getting sick just because it's Beyonce.
That voodoo gumbo and shit.
Yeah, like man, people gotta do better, man.
and Molly, and Molly, there was a trivia. There was like who was the richest NBA player. A lot of people were saying Michael Jordan, Shaq, and everything like that. No, this is NBA player that played maybe a couple years, but he invested in all these, I think Wendy's or something like that. No. And he's the richest NBA player.
What's up, JB?
JB in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, he started a company.
Yeah.
Who is he? What's his name?
I can't remember what his name was. I'm gonna look it up.
Pull up Kyle Palmer for me.
I think he used to play for the Chicago Bulls.
I think he got Checkers, not Wendy's. I think it was Checkers.
Yeah.
Either way, they both money makers. They both businesses been popping my whole life. So regardless of whatever side you jump on, both them businesses been popping my whole life. Kyle said it's totally BS. You can buy a house, pay it off, and still get hit with the same property taxes if you don't pay. They take your fully paid off house. That's straight theft. Yeah.
Yep.
Face of that house.
Yeah. Welcome to America for real.
That means you never own a home in America.
Yeah.
You never own it. Because as soon as you miss the tax payment, the government got it. That ain't right.
Nobody owning no homes in America. You can die anyway. Kids might get it. They might sell it anyway. So it's like, hey, you gonna occupy everything is rental to me. You know, you renting them clothes, your car, everything. Once you gone, somebody's gonna get it. So it's a rental to you. People like, I own this for now. You know, it's a good rental. But so you die, boy, somebody gonna be like, hey, what are you doing with his shoes? Hey, shit, I want to. That's how we black community. They be quick, boy. Nah, I call dibs on that jacket. You know, on all the jewelry. So
somebody died. Taking everything.
He said as soon as somebody died, what, Rod?
You were running right in the house, taking everything, the gold,
getting everything. That's right.
You ain't even get cold yet. You ain't get stiff yet before motherfuckers. Rigor mortis yet before motherfuckers time.
And family do that. They come over your house when your family member died, and they be like, "Oh, what y'all do with this? What y'all gonna do with that?" They do. They come around like vultures. I seen it.
That's how it is.
Just don't make no sense.
What was that show called?
Soul Food.
Yeah,
Storage Wars.
Yeah, I love Storage Wars.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
This video right here kind of gives some sentiments to some of the things we talk about in terms of consumerism. I thank my dad for showing me the dollar bill and telling me to observe it. And after that, I feel like the door has been open. It's been a rabbit hole since then. But when it comes to consumerism, attaching ourselves to brand, all of this shit that I just sit back and be like, this is a game and this is fake. I definitely think this video right here adds to them sentiments. So.
Okay with you, I'm going to rant right now, okay? I will never forget the lesson that I learned in my U.S. government class in 11th grade, Miss Martin's class. I will never forget this. She held up a $1 bill and she said, "What is this?" We said, $1. She said, "How much is this worth?" We said, $1. She said, "Why?" We said, "Well, because we have a system in place and each dollar is backed by gold." And she said, "No, it's not."
Nope.
She said, "This is worth $1 because we say it's worth $1 and we agree that it is worth $1. The moment we stop agreeing to that, it falls apart. It becomes worthless." I have never forgotten that lesson throughout my life. All of this is fake. It's not real. Everything's imaginary. Everything falls apart when you stop participating in it, because nobody can play a game by themselves except solitaire, but that's boring. Nobody can play a game by themselves. Like, what is a billionaire? If money became worthless tomorrow, what is a billionaire? Nothing. They're nothing. No one in this world is more important than the next. Doesn't matter how much money, how much imaginary money you pretend to have, because we're all just pretending. This is pretend. It's not real. And it's our participation in it that creates our own hell. And that bothers me so much. And I really just want for us to stop pretending. We pretend like one class of people is more important than the next. That's not true. We pretend that one race of people is more important than the next. That's not true. We pretend. If it's okay with you, I'm going to rant right now.
Shit, and one of the things I did for real, just so I can feel like shit was a little bit more real, knowing that it's fake, to work all week, be exhausted, tired as a motherfucker. You don't want to do shit when you're at home. You want to use all your downtime to rest as much as you can. For me to get, well, in today's time, digital numbers. So yeah, I can look at my phone and see, all right, 900, 800, whatever, additional. But all of this output and stuff over the years, I got tired of, number one, looking at digital numbers. The fact that our money is going to digital currency. So the power of the dollar is going down, our money switching over, control is changing, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I was making sure that I set my pay as picking up a paper check so that when I cash it, I can actually see some physical money in the first place. But the fact that I exude, and people that work, anybody who's, everybody has to work, everybody has to have some type of income, even if you don't work a 9 to 5. But to put out all of that energy that you give in your work history and all of that type of stuff for pieces of paper, it's still something that I sit with, like, what the fuck are we doing? Because, I watch people, hit a certain age, 60, 70 years old, somewhere around there, and whatever job they was working for 32 years, 35 years, whatever, has drained all the life out of them. Half the people, if they would have reserved their body, or been able to reserve their bodies a little bit more, instead of getting beat up by the job, half the people got a humpback and all that, like this, and you leaning over, not because you just a certain age, but because you gave your whole soul and essence to your job. But these are some of the things that I ponder on when I'm just sitting there by myself, just thinking about things. The fact that I can work and bust my ass all week for you to hand me a couple pieces of paper. Check might be $600, $800, whatever it may be. And you handed me a few pieces of paper, and that's what I did all of this for. We always understand we need money to buy shit and all that, but it's like the bigger picture is what I'm looking at.
I say it all the time. If people want to stop being pissed off, stop playing the game. Same thing with voting, all that shit. This shit is fake, you know. But the only thing make it real is the people. I tell it all the time. If you can't play Monopoly without people, you can be out there by yourself and you'll be bored as shit. You know, but what's your thoughts on it, Uncensored? What was your feel on the video?
I just what Trader said about get your check cash and shit. I used to always be like that. I was like, man, why I'm gonna put my money in the bank for them to cash it and I gotta put it in the bank and they gonna get interest off the shit. But I was realizing cashing it at the liquor store, them motherfuckers get $5. That shit adds up. You know what I mean?
Oh nah, my job does it. Nah, hell no.
No, I'm saying if for the people that used to take it
I
to
know
liquor
what you
store
mean, yeah.
shit, them Indians
Yeah,
cracking. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and what you say about working a 9 to 5, that's just a little chump change. I work for a big warehouse company, right? That do the most pork on the in the world. So what they give me is like pennies on the dollar, you know what I mean? So I understand what you mean by that. And I'm like, damn, and you got these supervisors going around with these equipment looking at you. It feels like a plantation, you know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
A plantation slash daycare. So
Right.
and I just want to get to a level where I don't gotta punch no clock. That's my ultimate goal. I pray every day. I'm like, yo, I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be 80 years old on a forklift. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
I be feeling so bad for some of these older folks. When I walk around the store, it don't matter where you go to nowadays because the game is changing. I see motherfuckers 75 years old still trying to skirt around the corner to get that spill in aisle 3 and shit. Nah. Like, I want you to be able to sit down. I want people, but it's just the mentality around it. Including what Rod said about that slave ass mentality. Get the fuck off my back. You're not getting no award for being up my ass about anything on this job. You know, it's the mentality around it. You know, you have to do it, but it's just so sad to see the mentality. It's and growing older and seeing that it's only getting worse is so off-putting to me. See you later, Kyle.
All right, Kyle. What up, AQ?
What's up, AQ? I see all your comments.
AQ. Have a good day, Kyle.
I don't know if
yeah,
you
know I had I had something to say. You know I do. One, because of the industry I'm now working in, the industry that I'm now in. Also,
Yes,
what I
ma'am.
was saying, we trade our time for money because we don't understand that we have the most valuable asset, our time. And we are never, ever going to be paid for the value of that. We are being paid for what the job description is, not our time, not our skills, nothing. If you can flip that burger, you're getting paid to flip that burger. If you can greet people, you're getting paid to greet people. And they don't care about the wealth of your time, but we are supposed to. As far as Rod, I could talk to you about what you was talking about, how you want to make that change. Oh, there are ways. The problem is, it's not the mindset as far as when it comes to money, Trey. A lot of people have a wonderful mindset as to what they need to do. We're taught to go to school. We're taught to graduate. We're taught to get a job. We're taught to save our money. We're taught to do these 401ks and do all these different things, get these insurance, but we are not taught to make our money work for us. We work for our money, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Even though the dollar bill is fiat, it ain't real, you know what I'm saying? But the concept of it, the currency is what is supposed to work for us. And we do it backwards because we don't know any better. It's not the fact that we don't have the right mindset. We don't have the right direction. We're not given the proper concept of how to make our money move and move the right way. So when we get of retirement age, or even before that, we ain't got to go back to work. Most of them older people that's greeting you, most of the older people that are in the stores, that are in the daggone fast food places, we're told the same things that we're told. Go to work, save your money, get a 401k plan, blah, blah, blah. That money is gone by the time they retire. It's gone maybe within the first couple years. And then they got to go back. They are outliving their money, which is why they got to go back to work. We want our money to outlive us. But you can't have your money to outlive you if you don't know how to do it and make your money work for you. Talk to me, y'all. I got you. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
That's real right there.
You definitely got the resources.
We got the resources, David. Funny man Green, we on to you, man.
I mean, shoot. I mean, Weezy said everything that I was thinking.
She said he's stealing your take, Weezy.
That's okay because
take
I know
nothing
just
from
like Trey, David be researching too. So I, you know.
Yeah. Nah, I just look at things a lot different. I just feel like I don't care for the game, but in order to survive out here in this world, you got to play the game. And like Uncensored said, he just tired of clocking in, you know, his time for money. And I've been tired of that. I only remember about 10, 15 years since I worked a traditional job, just like for years and years out. And that's because I found a way to trade money for time, you know. So now I'm doing photography. You got to pay me money, and then I can determine how much of my time I give you. So it was like, okay, if I can do a shoot for 4 hours for $500, that's better than going, and that's in one day. That's better than going to one day and somebody telling me, you know, I got to do this, and it's something I don't like doing already, and I feel like I'm getting underpaid. So it just, I feel like if I'm gonna play the game, I'd rather play on the other side, you know, trading in money for time. Yeah, it's gonna cost me money to make this CMOS, but at the end of the day, I can get that money back. And depending on how much time I decide to put in it, it's gonna be how much time how much money I get out. But I just feel like overall it's rigged. I think that Black people, we did figure out how money worked in this American system. But every time we figure it out, they change the rules. And I just tell people, if I create a game right now and I'm the one that created the game and I hand y'all the controller and y'all don't know how the game is played, and I hand y'all a book and say, well, this how you do this and this how, I know all the cheat codes. I know the loopholes or whatnot. I let y'all play because I need y'all to play. But at the end of the day, it's my game. I'm always going to end up on top. And if I feel like you catching up, I can switch the code. I can change laws. That's what laws put in place. Because every time we start to catch on how this money works, loans work, and everything start going, they start changing things. Oh, you got to have a certain credit score. Like credit score didn't always exist, people. They started credit score because people like us. Now you got to show that you can do this and do. It's like, nah, this is rigged. You know, that's why I don't like it, because I feel like whenever we do find out how the game work and we get good at it, they change it. You know, it's like, I don't like it. Phil, what's your thoughts on it though, Phil? I heard you in the back.
You better say that.
Good morning, Mr. Lisa.
I don't know, Marley. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys really want to hear my thoughts right now, because
go ahead. That's why you on here.
I'm a little discouraged and I'm a little pissed off about some shit. So, you know, because, you know, I'm doing this voter registration shit and people running around talking about the game is rigged and shit. Okay, give me your option. Okay, you got to play within the system that you got. If you got a better system, tell me what the hell it is. But right now, you got to play the game of what that's out there. Okay, if you got a better plan, tell me. Let's do that. But come up with something else then. You know, because I'm sitting out here talking to these kids about trying to do shit and change shit in their lives, and all they want to do is clap back at me about what's not working and what's this and that and that. Okay. What the hell are you doing to change the system? Start somewhere. Man, I'm working with the people there at UDC. They trying to teach kids trades. They trying to teach them to become electricians. They trying to teach them to become plumbers. Free. They can't get people. Now, you talking jobs making $60 and $70 an hour. They can't get people. Okay, so tell me, what is your plan? They sit there and look at you like you dumb and shit. Okay, I've worked 30 years. I've retired. I'm fine. I'm out of the game. But I don't want to see you 30 years from now panhandling on the corner for a couple of dimes because you failed to plan by not planning to fail. So, you know, so I'm like, okay, give me a better option. You don't like the option I'm giving you, give me one that works for you. And then they ain't got nothing to say. I'm doing this voter registration shit, and I'm doing this shit. I ain't totally happy with the game, but it's the only game that I got to work with right now. If I had a better idea, I'd do it. But right now, you got to play within the game that they giving you. Now, if somebody else got something else for me, speak the fuck up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
forever
talk
hold
up
your
to you.
peace.
Yeah, they're gonna have to speak up. What's your thoughts on census?
But Mr. Phil ain't lying, man. I try to tell these young boys all the time. I be seeing them on the corner when I go back home, smoking a Black and Mild. I said, how you gonna get money smoking a Black and Mild with 10 niggas? That's like, a lot of them want to be in the streets, but they ain't in the street. They just want to pose like they in the street.
Man,
You know what I mean? Don't
they
make
at the
sense.
fucking gas station getting them few dollars scraping out the shit.
You know what I mean? So like what he said, they got a program right there to teach the kids how to get job traits, but a lot of these kids don't want to do nothing. And it's sad to see that they waste their life on illusion that's not gonna get them nowhere.
Yeah, I think it's scary for them, because a lot of the jobs that's available now and they turning down, they see older people done did them jobs for 30, 40 years still complaining about life. Like, that's tough. If I know you did this electrician shit for 30 years and you still complaining how you ain't got no money and shit, I ain't trying to do this neither. So I get it, but it seemed like a slave mentality. Like, this was going on. We getting hung, we getting whipped, we got to pick cotton. So at the end of the day, this what they set up for us. We just got to go with it. Nah, it's always somebody say, nah, enough is enough. And it's going to take one of these youngers, but they can't be out here without a plan. You can't just be out here just turning down people who going to help you build some money or some type of finances to do what you need to do. It ain't going to just come out of thin air. So you might got to work, but you got to have a plan to, to get out of that situation. But I think a lot of times kids are influenced by older people, seeing what they got. Oh, he got a car, he got this. That's why they're influenced by the rappers and the NBA players, because they see, oh, this what comes with that. Even when they get older, this still can come from that. But they see somebody working a regular 9 to 5 and they still in their 50s, 60s complaining about life. They like, shit, I don't want to go through what they went through. I don't want to bang, because these kids is way tougher than we was growing up. They barely want to get their hands dirty. So to ask them to do some hard labor, they're not trying to do it, and it's mostly, I think, because they don't see nobody that's above them loving that life. Like, yeah, this the life to be. Look, shorty, this got me a house, got me 2 cars. I took care of my family. It's more always like, man, my legs hurt. Working this job, I don't know if I'm gonna get retirement, and that just, man, that wears kids out. They hear that shit. They like, I ain't trying to do that. I'm gonna try to get in the NBA or something. So we just gotta make ways that they can become CEOs. I don't mind them working a job, but if you're gonna give a kid $100,000 loan to go to college to be in debt, why not give them $100,000 to start off a business? Why not teach them how to, be an entrepreneur? These kids can be 18, 19 years old. By the time they get 35, they can damn near retire. They can sell their company and have 2, 3 companies, but we get them in this debt saying that you need to go to college like the rest of everybody else, get a good job, pay off that debt. And then later on, them same people you talk to them, they be complaining. I went to school these amount of years, I ain't able to get the job. I still paying back these loans. So kids hear that, they like, I'm not trying to deal with that. So that's how I look at it overall. But they both say,
but they gotta have the experience after they get out of college. That's the half of the game. You gotta have experience.
Yeah, that's tough.
And you ain't necessarily gotta go to college.
David,
I mean,
look at this. Shout out, called you out. My bad, Phil.
I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna do what you're gonna do, but at the end of the day, doing what you're gonna do is gonna get you what you got. Okay. So figure it out. I mean, you sitting there 30 years from now trying to figure out what you're gonna do. Your youth don't last forever. Trust me, that shit go fast. And opportunities go fast. And I mean, as long as the motherfucker out here trying to help you and tell, it ain't necessarily giving you ain't gotta take the advice, but it's on you. A lot of shit my parents told me I didn't agree with, but I figured it out. But at the end of the day, you know, ain't no whatever, man. I'm just a little discouraged right now, but I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, you trying to help kids
Don't
and
be
then refusing to
discouraged.
help. That's tough. Them be the ones
Don't be
that focus on the
discouraged.
ones that do accept the help. That's what I do. Ask kid what you
That's
want to
right.
do. I don't care if you want to be a rapper, then you need to work on this. You need to be in the studio. You still can't be in the streets. You think these real rappers out here really out here in the streets? No, they're in the studio. They writing music. What it is you want. I want to know what you want to do with your passion for, and we can help you with that instead of trying to tell them you need to do this. You know, they hiring over here. You need to get with this because a lot of them kids ain't. They just trying to find something they got passion for, and it's gonna take them a couple of years to realize that sometimes you gotta do some shit you ain't got passion for to do the shit that you got passion for. And that's a stepping stone.
That's like
we ain't hear from you, Riri. What's up?
We make it seem like that they gotta give up. You don't have to give up your dream.
And it's like Louisa said, and it all depends on your approach, Phil, because if you're telling these people you could be electricians make hella good money, and you giving a free class to electricians to tell them that's going to be the way they can get and do what they want to do, open the doorway. You can get your degree, become a journeyman electrician, and have your own business. You don't have to put your clock for 9 to 5. Like you were saying earlier, Marley, you put the value on your time and how much time you want to grow into your business. Get your certification and become licensed and bonded. And get a couple more people that know, man, you can make hella money. Look at you be on TV like that, Michaels and Michaels, all them electric companies and all that stuff, HVAC. All these people with homes, all these people have electrical problems, whether it's with appliances, heavy amps, or just the fuse box and all of that. Big ass places like Carriage Hill need electricians because they switching over to all this money in electricians, plumbers, all these journeymen used to be hands or jobs. There is money.
I go down there and audit these classes at UDC, and you know who in there? White kids.
White kids.
You know why? Let me tell you why. You have to show our children the money. Get a graph, show them the money. You're not going to get their attention talking to them because kids don't listen to your mouth. They listen to your actions.
Yeah.
Make a graph. Show them the differences and what they can make in these different fields. Put it in front of their face. Money talks, Phil. You want to get them interested in doing something? They want to be out here making money. Hey, look at this. Let me show you what you can make in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Do a graph. Show them the money. You got to let the money speak. You got to let the numbers talk. Numbers don't lie. So if you show them the money, if you show them the steps, more children will be interested because they don't understand walk, because that's what they hear. They hear their parents talking. You know how we was when we was younger. You got to go back to how you were when you were young. You just said, I didn't really listen to my parents. You heard them. You hear them now, though, right? Because you're grown.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't want to hear that. But you don't want to hear it when you're younger. So if you want to catch the attention of teenagers and young adults, you got to show them what they're looking for. They're looking for money. Show them what the money going to look like. Make a graph. Get somebody to do a graph or something for you. The different things. UDC should know this. This is a college. You got.
I'm sure UDC has that. I'm sure they have. But the problem is, yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
In your realm, you in the classrooms, you in the real, you doing the groundwork. Show them the money. Show them the money. What Jerry Maguire say? Come on. We watch these movies and we laugh and joke, but it's serious.
These kids.
Like, they want to know the money.
I want everybody to because we all above 30 here, so I would want everybody to get off of our time and get on their time. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you have all of these plants that are put into place, you got the Kai Cenats and all of these people that, do YouTube for a year or so and then blow the hell up and all that, not realizing, not knowing Number one, what an algorithm is. Number two, not realizing that these people are chosen and picked and put in place and blah blah blah. But these kids see a whole different world where kids can be playing with toys and reviewing toys and being richer than you and your whole family. So you got to
That's
show
true.
these kids something. Like you got to show these kids something when everything looks like a gold mine, and it's not too hard to get on a video. You can get on a PlayStation now. Remember when your mom used to say, "Get off that game," or your dad used to say, "Get off that game and do something constructive." Now I'm making more than you playing the video game as a kid. So you can't. It's all not impossible. Nothing's impossible, but you got to show them some type of loophole. Now, with Phil, I would think it'd be that comedy. I'll get that passionate kids to pick up the microphone. Because anybody that's held a microphone, been on stage doing anything, knows that feeling you get every time you got one in your hand. So I would have personally went that avenue in terms of your comedy and stuff like that. Put a microphone in their hand for real. Let them hear themselves on that loudspeaker. Let them, whatever. But this is a different era. We got to get off our time before the internet. Now we got all these innovative ways, especially after COVID. That was like the milestone that opened up the door for everything.
Do a career fair, had people coming there talking to them. Had them electricians and plumbers coming there talking to them.
We got that. We got that.
They got that.
You got that.
Tell them bring that bank statement. I bet they hurry and come.
No, they gonna be waiting for them at the thing. About you got that kind of money, OG? They better wrap it OG upside the head. Give me that money. Give me that money.
Nah, I ain't gonna do
that's not. That's that. I don't want to place no fear. I know it's a joke, but I don't want to place that in people's heads either because it's already a problem trying to get the younger versus older the men together anyway. I don't want everybody not a YN trying to rob you and shit. I do see a new video up though, just to change the pace up in terms of dialogue. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Says 23-year-old black woman makes his history running for Bowie mayor. There is positive things going on. So thank you for this type of switch, Smiley, because there is a lot of positive.
I'm gonna shed some little light on some of y'all youngins out here that's doing some positive things, that's trying to do some things that haven't been done before. I hope she win. I don't know how it's gonna turn out for her, but I'm gonna share this clip. I think everybody should like and share as well.
So when we were teasing this upcoming segment, we said you were young. Would you tell people how young you are?
I am 22 years old. I actually turned 23 on Sunday.
Oh,
happy early birthday. Thank you so much.
A lot of people will say, okay, you're in your early 20s. What business do you have running a city? And you would say?
I would say this is the perfect opportunity for the younger generation to step up and just lead with boldness, because things are rapidly changing. And although I do not have the experience running a city, I do have experience in leadership and in community, bringing people together and advocating for change. That's what it's all about: collaboration, coming together with residents, with other leaders to just seek the change that we've always wanted.
You're homegrown, you're from Bowie. What are the issues facing Bowie residents right now? So
the biggest issue right now is affordability. Property taxes are on a steady increase. Right now, the general fund is about $91 million, where property tax revenue is the highest portion of it, which is at 48%. And there's a forecast that is projected to see a 75% increase within the next 5 years. So it's only going to continue to get worse if we continue down this path. Safety is another issue when it comes to personal theft, especially within the youth. So those are two issues that I want to be able to pinpoint and really work together with law enforcement and the community to mitigate those issues.
As a younger person in this kind of a race, you don't have the baggage that a lot of older candidates have. Talk about what you bring as a young person in terms of a freshness.
Like you said, freshness, that's important. They need a vibrant person who's bold and with new ideas that could interact and relate to the younger generation, the next generation of leaders, and the connections that you make as well down the line also play a huge role.
You understand messaging as Gen Z does, a lot different than older folks. How has that helped you, or has it been sort of a hindrance to getting your message out there and communicating with the voters who you ultimately want to see go in the ballot box and vote for you?
Typically, the younger generation, they don't vote in these special elections or mayoral races. And I've been trying to utilize social media as much as possible. My team, they've been so helpful just figuring out what to produce online and what brings in the most impressions, and it's been going well.
What is it that you think ultimately you can bring personally that's different than the other candidates?
Tenacity. With me being young, I have a reinvigorated spirit that I'm just ready to go after, make the change, and collaborate. I think it's so important for politicians to come into this position not in a position saying, what can I gain from this, but rather, what can I give? Who can I impact during this time? That's the most important thing, and I think that's what sets me apart as well.
All right, well, we will be watching every step of the way. Best of luck on the campaign trail.
Lovely to get to know you.
Rebecca Pierce, candidate for mayor for the city of Bowie. We appreciate your time.
Rebecca P, shout out to the young queen, man. We can give our thoughts on this. How y'all feel about a young lady being mayor? Y'all think 23 years old is too young? Y'all think should be an age gap? We're gonna start with you, Reese, and the ladies over there. How you like this?
I love it for her. I love it for any young person that grabbed the bull by the horns. She said the key thing, I don't have the experience of running the city, but I do have the experience of running communities, getting people together. She has experience on what she needs experience to do, because you have to be able to do all those things to run the city. See? And give her a chance and let her show you her smoke. I love it. Community outreach, and she is well versed, because you heard her talk about what's facing Bowie. See, because a lot of people don't get it. That is the next generation. She's gonna be 30 years your homeowner. That's gonna be with your community. That's her. That's the young people that we see. And I love it that she said, "Let me get up off my tuchus and do something that's going to sustain me for the next 30 years." You know, she's being the change that she want to see. And I love it. And I wish all of the young people get into politics like that. That's how we change the face of this mess that's going on. Because right now, all these old ass, raggedy ass, old ass politicians, 70 years old. Look at Skinny Hoyer just leaving out there. They should have been left out of there. Bring me some young people that has the vision for the future, not these old antiquated ways and all these old politicians. I believe that just like the presidency, you shouldn't have to have these congressmen and all this. There should be a limit on their term. They shouldn't allow it to be some senators and represent us forever and ever, because they don't represent us forever and ever. They only represent their generation. A 70-year-old man is not representing the changes and the influence and what a 20-year-old needs. They're just not. So I love to see the younger people in there represent, give us the representation that we need that's upcoming. And all these old people, y'all go somewhere and sit down.
Y'all go somewhere and sit down. Yeah, it's time for change. And I don't really think, I think they're turning the tides back to where it was, because every time I watch old clips of like Martin Luther King and Huey, all of them was young. They was in their early 20s and stuff out here. Away. So it's like with change, it seemed like everybody that was connected to them, people just stayed with them and just feel like we got to just grow with them instead of letting the next wave of young kids come in and do their thing. What's your thoughts on the Weezy Wee?
I was getting ready to say, you know, that's the prime age for what she's doing. I tell my kids all the time, your late teens and your 20s and your 30s are meant for building. They're meant for you to work. They're meant for you to save. By the time you get to like your middle 40s, early to middle 40s, you should be able to retire if you are doing what you are supposed to do within them teen, 20, and 30s. She's in the prime age. Once she got the energy, she got the spunk, she has the influence with her age range to push and promote and let them know, hey, I'm out here doing this, you can do it too. That's what you're supposed to do in your 20s. It ain't for partying, it ain't for turning it up, it ain't for shots and shit. It's for you to get out here and make a change within yourself and those around you, the influence. And so she's perfect. And then the fact that she is knowledgeable about what's going on, that shows that she's serious. But when you have, and let's go back to that, because without her, the support of her family or whoever she grew up with to teach her and guide her, she wouldn't be there today. And so that's an attest to the support that she has. Because if she didn't have that support, then she wouldn't be where she is. And back to you, Phil, as far as that, you have the example right there of what somebody who pushes and encourages you and has faith and belief in you can turn into somebody. And but you are that person for them. So don't get frustrated. Remove yourself from that situation. and look at them as treasure boxes. Find that gold in them and help it build. Some kids don't have that support at home. So you are the support. That's why they have a hard time, because they're not fighting against you. They're fighting against what they know. They don't know this new stuff you're teaching them. Teach them like they're your children. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I don't get frustrated, because it's not your fight. You're not fighting. They're not fighting with you. You're fighting against mentality and stuff they got to deal at home. Things they got to deal with that they've been experiencing since before birth. Because this baby been cultivated. She's been pruned. She's being taught. She's being poured into. Therefore, she can lead at that age. You have to do the pruning and the cultivating and the teaching in that classroom. That's why it's so rough for you. But I promise you, once you get all them weeds out of them, you're going to see your flowers. They're going to bloom. So don't give up on them babies. They need you.
Don't give up on them babies, Phil.
No, you can't give up on them, because they all we got for real. They're the future of our network, and they're the future of our people.
They are the present. They are the present.
Yeah. So,
they are now. You're helping them get to the future. They are now.
Yeah.
You are now. That's why you're there.
Thank you. I feel better.
Hey, thanks, ladies. Hey, we got 23-year-old bright future mayor. Even if she don't win this year, she got a bright future. I think she'll win eventually. What's your thoughts on this, Uncensored? You think she too young? How do you think about a 23-year-old being a mayor of any city?
Like I said, everything Weezy just said. I think she was spot on, man. I like the young girl's energy. She had she's from Bowie, so she knows the land. You know what I mean? She knows the city, and like you need somebody fresh with energy to talk to the youth. They can't relate to somebody 57, especially if they're not from that area. You know what I mean? So she can talk to them at a level where they can digest it, digest the information. She said she want to help the crime, and you know what I mean. They trying to push people out of Bowie. That's what she was saying about the property and all that. So I like her energy. Hopefully she gets that, man.
Yeah, I might just come a resident in Bowie just to vote, man. Just do that. Phil, you work with the youth out here, man. What's your thoughts on this young lady, man? 23.
Hey, man, I'm loving it. If I can get them all to roll like that, I don't have to be out there no more. My job would be done. If I can get them all like that, I can sit back and chill. But nah, somebody poured into her, and that's the fight that we up against. That is the fight that we up against.
Gotta do better.
Put the gloves on.
We used to do that. I know you probably missed the video, but what's your thoughts about a 23-year-old?
I heard enough about it. So, my thoughts as far as that goes is you're absolutely right. These are the ages that our young leaders took upon to start their journey. I'm gonna need more than just her verbal energy for me to believe in anything any politician says. I don't care about your verbal energy. I don't care about your skin color. I don't give a fuck about how old you is. What I need is your understanding, and I need to know what it is that you're for and what it is that you're not for. I'm saying all that saying you want to build a community up, you want to do this, you want to do that. Okay, baby girl, tell me what other black person didn't have the same rhetoric. I'm saying it's rhetoric until I can find out who you are and what you are. I'm saying now I commend her for taking that first step. I'm saying as to make herself productive and to give out that good energy. But as I said, to me, I done been through so many eras, and it's the rhetoric that everybody follows. And then when the person don't do what they say they were going to do, then it's, oh, this and that. Nah. So you have weigh the scale against her and let her prove her worthiness. All that just putting her on a scale of she's this and that, and then everybody's backing it up. Oh yeah, she's great for the understand that she don't have enough experience in life to understand everything that comes with the job that she's about to take. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, she answered that too. Everything you're questioning, she answered.
Right. See, that's the thing. Y'all are listening. I mean, like I said, it's a whole lot more than just the question and the answering. You know what I'm saying? It's action. Like, what is she doing? Like, what is she doing favorable right now? Like, what is she going to community? Is she just talking? Is she sitting down having conversations? Is she feeding them? Is she trying to get to know people? Like, the thing with politicians is it's not illegal to tell a lie from the very beginning. It's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? And we've been told lies so many times that we starting to believe the lies as soon as they come out because of the skin color. Hold up. Because of the skin color. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop looking at the skin color and listen to the message and try and see if we can see who this person really is. Because we've always voted motherfuckers in that ain't gave a fuck about us. Marion Barry is the only one that I can honestly say I'm so proud that he got voted. You know what I'm saying? So many fucking times. I'm so proud. Because they'll never have another motherfucker on the face of this earth who cared more about his community than Marion Barry. No matter how you look at it.
I didn't know what she looked like. So my piece is thing.
As I said, like, can anybody on the panel tell me anything other than she lives in Bowie and she's going?
Well, you didn't watch the video. She explained she do a lot in the community.
That's not what I asked y'all.
With the
That is not the question I asked
y'all.
y'all.
What you want? We don't know a person.
I'm asking, do any one of y'all have any type of information other than what you just learned today from what she's saying? Has anybody?
I mean, people. I'm pretty sure that the majority of the people on here are going to do some research. If I heard about a woman 20 minutes ago that has a message or a mission, I'm not going to pretend like I know about her. And I'm not going to dissect her before I, look into her. So me hearing about her 20 minutes ago, I don't have all the information on it.
Right. I didn't even know there was a 23-year-old running for mayor, but that's a good thing. And I'm glad you brought the film up to give us the awareness. So now we know it's out there and we can support and dig in and look and support that. That's a good thing. That's what the show and the platform is about, getting information to our people that we don't know. It says that our people perish for the lack of knowledge. Now that we got some knowledge that this is a 23-year-old running for mayor, it's something that we could get behind and support. Because if you're like me and tired of all of these old heads running time and time again, then let's get out. I'm all for the youth and some fresh blood. Because like I said, with the 70-year-olds,
you going next, right?
With the 70-year-olds, with these older people, they're your ideology. I think I'm saying it right. Ideology, which you think, right. and all that stuff is old and antiquated. This is a different time. That 70-year-old and all that stuff. The world don't work like it did when all Steny Hoyer and all of them. It don't work the same like it do now. We need the younger people who's going to be my tomorrow. We're right now, like Louisa was saying, but that 23-year-old is going to be our tomorrow. And the 70-year-old that's in there, the lawmakers that's got all of these old ass books still, you can still get hung. They can still lynch your laws, stuff like that on the books. That stuff need to go out with the old regime. Well, all them, they had their time. Let the new people get in and take, but we won't know it who's running unless we broadcast it like we're doing now. So nobody knows that I knew of on the panel didn't know about it, but now we do. So now we got something to look forward to and throw our coins behind and get behind to help push that.
We have any voters on the panel?
I'm a voter.
I'm a voter.
Yeah, they
When
got
the last
I
time
live in
y'all went and
Maryland.
voted? Okay, so when the last time y'all went and voted for anybody in the y'all went to go vote for the senators, and when last time y'all did?
See that? Now I always be
I'm running
telling
voter
y'all,
registration
vote
drives all around the
Like
country.
7 months ago.
So yeah, I'm a voter.
important.
That is not the question I asked. I asked when is the last
The
time y'all
last
went to
time
vote?
that
Hold up. When the
the
last
last
time
time
y'all
we
went to the
had our
polling booth?
election,
When is the last time you went to the polling booth and voted for a senator?
the
It was
last
probably like, I
time
can't
we
remember
had
the
our
time
election,
frame. It might have been like 8 months or so, 9 months. We went to the school that's up the
a
street
few
for
months
the
ago.
senators and stuff, like,
Yeah, we
for the
talked
people that were
about it
trying
on
to
the
get into
show.
certain positions
We
in our
talked
area.
about it. Who
Yes,
vote
yes,
for who?
yes, we do.
The reason why I asked that question, right, is because we
Like,
all sit back and talk about these senators and all this and how they don't do their job. But when it comes time to vote their ass out, ain't none of us, don't none of us
Thank
be in
you.
line. Don't none of us be in
Thank
line.
you.
We don't even know the motherfuckers
Thank you.
that is senators.
I don't say us because I do be around and I do vote and I do
yeah, I
talk
just
about
Who's
it
want
the
to
last
and I
say
senator you
do
we
voted
push
got
it.
for?
to ties in with people that's not on the show. We talking about the young lady who actually was 23 years old running for Bowie. That
For
was it.
buoys.
Now
That's
you talking
Maryland.
about older people. We already said they need to get the older people out. That was the whole
That's
thing. That's
right.
why we need some young blood. And then now we about to turn around and talk about why we keep voting the old people in there. That's a whole nother thing. You know, Trey, I want to know what your thoughts on this young lady, though. If you got anything to add.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
trying
let me
to
first start
bother
off by saying, let me get the full screen. So don't nobody interrupt me. But the first thing is I want to acknowledge and understand what Uncle E is saying, because
Okay.
somebody who's into history and stuff like myself is always watching stuff on different eras and different times and all of that. I understand the loop of what the loop that Uncle E is talking about of Black people because somebody's skin tone. Hey, Miss Jeanette, good morning. I'm good. But the loop that we fall into just simply because somebody is Black or somebody does say a few words that you like or does share a few sentiments that you share, how we do jump into, we do jump on the bandwagon with stuff without vetting stuff. And like you said, the voting power of getting somebody out there, if you're somebody that subscribes to voting and stuff, I do want to acknowledge and say I understand what he's saying on that first. I don't really lean towards anything without knowing about it. So if I don't look it up and make a decision for myself, I don't really get into it. But I'm proud to see somebody. I'm proud to see somebody that looks like me out there doing it. Just because I know that you're trying to do it. I don't know what your mission is and all that. I can figure that out. I got a cell phone, we got a laptop, TV, all the little stuff that you can look people up on and watch stuff about them, see what their movements are. But you know, I don't know. I'm all for it. I don't know what she's about. I don't live in Bowie and all that type of stuff, but I can definitely look her up. But I did want to say that I understand the sentiments that Uncle E was trying to say about how we just string along because somebody matches something that we think we like. I think my sound went away. I'll come back.
No, I can hear you.
Marley, can I follow up with something real quick?
Hear me?
I can hear you. Y'all hear me?
Who wanted to follow up? Yeah, somebody got to follow up.
This Phil. Yeah, I want to follow up on something real quick.
All right.
My thing is, it's like I say, I'm doing voter registration. My personal preference of who I vote for is my business. But I'm trying to talk to people about the process of voting. The process of voting, and then we get hung up on we vote and we walk away from the person we voted for or voted against. Going into that damn ballot is only the first step of voting. Once you go in and cast your vote, your next step is to hold that person accountable for what they agreed they would do for you. Okay? Now, if you don't do that, you've dropped the ball. If you don't feel like they holding you, if somebody you elect in 4 years or 2 years don't stand up to your expectation of what you voted them in for, you need to get up, call your state representative, call your ANC person. Man, the biggest thing about candidates is they don't feel vulnerable. Once they get voted in, they feel like they got the job. But the trick is you got them in there. If they don't do what you want them in there, the vote is there to get them out. And that's what we don't do. We leave their ass in there forever. You know, if they started feeling like, well, my constituents aren't happy with me, they're going to vote me out, they will do better.
Yeah.
It's us that has the problem.
Right.
That's what I was talking about, voting, getting the old folks out.
I feel that.
But no, we walk away and feel discouraged because after we vote, we don't get what they expected us to get out of it. Okay, if you're not getting it, you vote them out of there and get somebody else in there. I mean, and we vote for the wrong reasons. We vote in these big ass elections, governor, senator. Who voting for your ANC representative? Who voting for your school board? People that actually makes a difference in your day-to-day life. And then we complain about what we not getting. You not getting it because you're not doing what you need to do to get it. And then we want to sit down and complain and be discouraged about the process. But when we're not really taking full advantage of the process.
I feel that.
And another thing, I want to reiterate what you're saying about us not fully taking advantage of the process, because when we get like the mayors and all that stuff, a lot of people don't even bother to vote until they go on the big vote. So a lot of these people in these small cities, like the mayor Laurel and stuff, was going unopposed because they didn't have nobody out there running against them or voting against them, was going unopposed. Now I was like, this don't make no sense at all. The roll-offs are just important. Who we elect for judges are important. I've always said that your judges, your put on the school board. I've always preached that it's important. But a lot of people don't care about that. All they care about is who they voted for president. They don't even take the time to read the rest of the stuff that you vote in. Of it in the presidents. I said, did y'all go? Who did you vote for the judge? They were like, oh, I'll just press the button. After that, after you cast your presidential vote, no. And there's a whole bunch of laws. That's how they sneak in. Or I learned the hard way. I was like, who passed that law? When this law come? Nobody voted opposed it against it. I'm like, why y'all let the law like this come in? When Maryland did the cap or a bunch of other stuff, because we don't read. After we cast our big vote, who the president is, or who the president, a lot of people are following through with the other stuff. There's more than just Democrats and Republicans and who's going to become president. There's a whole bunch of other laws that get passed in because we're just hitting buttons. We're not paying attention. We're not knowing what we're doing, the process fully. We're not vetting the whole process. We're just going to vet who we're going to choose to be president. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff that they want your vote on, other than who's going to be president for what elected year or whatever have you.
And then when you do that, you sit back and feel like you being failed. It's not that the process is failing you. And the process is failing you because you're not following it all the way through.
Is it possible that we put too much energy and time and all that stuff into it in the first place? And the reason why I asked that is because I've been hearing this my whole life. You know, from people that are older than me. I've been hearing this my whole life. I guess the age I became conscious and aware, so maybe like 7 years old, 6 years, somewhere around that. But I've been hearing this my whole life. And I'm just wondering what's going to be different. Not about who you vote in and all that type of stuff, but just the whole system in period. Because it's kind of weird to me to hear people speak on the system and know it's, corrupt, know it's this, know it's that, say all these things is wrong with it, but still like put a piece of your life into it to the point where it can alter your.
Give me a better option. this is the system you got. If you got a better option for the system,
No,
I'm
I'm
willing
asking
to
y'all a
hear it.
question. I'm asking
No,
y'all a
I'm
question
saying
to
what
it.
I tell other people.
Mhm.
If you feel like it's, you know, it's corrupt and this, that, and the other, of course it is. But it's the only game in town. What do you have to replace it with? What can you contribute to? I'm all for, if you got a better game that's gonna make things better, let's talk about it. Let's implement. Let's put it into place. So
Of
what are we
course.
working with?
But my thing is what I'm asking, because that's not the question. I'm listening
Okay.
to you, but that wasn't the question. I was
Okay.
asking the people that have been in the midst of this, been voting for years, been doing all this for years, my whole life, more than my lifetime, because because you was just saying earlier how you feel, down and out about trying to get kids to you're trying to give kids an avenue. You're trying to get kids to see the light, or get them in a position where they would want to run for mayor or whatever, like the girl, in Booth. So I'm trying to figure out. Like, why is we in a wash bin that just keeps wrapping us up
I
in the
can
same
answer
shit?
that.
And then
Bruh,
go ahead, Reese.
Domo.
It's because we don't follow it through to completion. Because I ask people, well, did you see the other laws? They're like, no, I didn't see the other thing. You just press the buttons. Once they vote, a lot of people, and you can ask other people that vote, did y'all see the other laws? Did you read the other stuff? And they'll say, what other stuff? I didn't even know that coming. When I say we, I mean as a collective, as the majority of the people only vote for who's running for the presidency, only the big ticket item. They don't take the time to read the little ticket item. It's the little steps that get you to the big steps. But we want to omit all of the steps in between there to close that gap so it could be a fair and just race. If you running and I'm running and Phil running, and the big ticket is Molly and Unc, and you go in there and vote for Molly and Unc, but we're running for different offices, and you don't give a damn about the other offices we're running for. Of course it's going to fall. Of course it's going to be a failed system because we're not working the system properly. We're not going in between steps. Just like it's important who you vote for president of the United States, it should be just as important as who you put on that judge, because those attorney generals, those senators, those are the people that's going to represent you on our lower level, where it really counts, the people that we're going to see if we go into a courtroom. We're going to see, I want to see a person that I put on the board of education when you go to the town's meeting. Like, and I love that about Anthony Brown. Because I voted for him and I followed him, and I tell him, I said, I voted for you. I would call his office. I used to go to the town meetings and stuff, and all of that when I could drive at night. But because I understood the importance of it being a process. These little steps get you to the big steps. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people, when you say, I didn't see this law, I didn't see that law, I didn't see that law, I didn't see this, I didn't see that. Because they didn't take the time to read, because they didn't care about the other stuff. After they did the big ones, they just was hitting buttons. You gotta, if you want to do it, you gotta do it. You can't half step. You can't just eat what you like. You gotta, eat what you don't like too, and make a decision. And a lot of it.
And disgruntled people give you disgruntled advice.
But ask the people when y'all talk about the voting and everything. Say, well, other than the president, what other stuff was there to vote about? If ask them, and they'd be like, there was other stuff,
right?
And they hitting buttons.
Now, I don't know if Uncle E is still around the microphone or not, because I seen you waving your hand when we was talking in a moment. I just want to see if anybody has any other sentiments before we move on to our last video of the day. If Uncle E is out of commission, that's I'll catch his sentiments later. Because he's moving around. I know he's doing something.
He's moving around.
Yeah, but if nobody else has any other sentiments on it or whatever, I want to move to the last video of the day. Uncle E, you with us?
Yeah, I'm still with y'all.
All right, when you waved your hand, you remember what you was trying to say at the time? We said we was talking about.
You talking about that 20 minutes ago?
Well, whenever you get in, we got multiple people on the panel, not just yourself.
All I was going to say is history always repeats itself. I said, we we sit back and keep acting like we looking for fuck that. Our biggest problem is we looking for a goddamn savior. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And these younger people ain't our savior. These older people ain't our savior. The politics is not going to change because one black lady comes in and say, "I want to do this and I want to do." She may be the one to change that particular area, but then again, she may be the one that make that particular area even more worse.
Very true.
I said, you know, you vote them in. It's not as easy as everybody may think to try and vote them back out. If you look at the news,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
let me finish.
Okay.
If you look on the news, all these mayors, all these senators, and all that, they all have these let's just say, for better use of word, they all got charges and they all got reports that they went to disciplinary committees and all that shit. Where they at? They still where they at. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference what they do. As long as they got enough supporters to vote them back in, they don't care what you think or nobody else think. Politics is just like I mean that's when you got the trading in New York, NASDAQ and all that. Politics has a direct control of that. So why would they give a fuck if somebody white, black, pink, or orange can come in here and help this area? You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not fucking our money up, you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start fucking our money up, then guess what? You become just like the rest of them. Like I said, I don't want to sound discouraging because, like I said, I don't go on what a person look like or the energy of a person that's given from the very beginning. I gotta sit back and figure out who you is. You know what I'm saying? And then I know one thing. I told you, I work Uber, and I was picking up these politicians every day. And their number one talk was, "Oh, we gotta get $180,000 tonight. Oh, we about to throw a dinner. Dinner is $150 a plate. They own money. They don't own nothing else. They don't give a damn if they got to step on your back to get more money. Majority of your senators have 100, let's just say 50 plus shell companies. 50 plus shell companies. You don't have not one senator that you can say is honestly in that motherfucker and they ain't walking on the blood of somebody's body or somebody's life. That's politics. Politics is the worst business you can get into other than being
My
a
issue to fight, I believe.
So what's your issue to fight?
My issue, I fight for young black men before they die. And that's what I do in my organization. I do teach them to vote, but I don't tell them that voting is going to be the.
I guess.
I don't know what that was.
That was the
The
video.
video will stop playing on his own.
Like I said, I don't want to discourage anybody and think that I'm not for our black community. I'm for all communities. If you're doing the right thing, I'm for all communities. I don't distinguish who is who and all based on their race, their color, and all that shit.
Yeah,
I base it on what you do, what you say. And the fact that if you say this and you're walking 100 miles trying to get to what you said, then I can respect that, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good or bad. If the outcome is to help people, then I can respect that. But if the outcome is to say I'm gonna help people, but then I hurt people more than I help them, then no, I can't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely can't agree. I definitely can't agree with all these old motherfuckers telling me what the fuck I gotta come out of my pocket to give them. I definitely don't agree with that. Y'all can change taxes on us without us saying anything.
Right.
That's what taxation without representation means.
Mm-hmm.
That means whenever they feel as though they want to add taxes, we agree to this goofy ass shit. We agree every fucking day to this goofy ass governmental shit. And because somebody is saying, "Oh, I'm already be a mayor or whatever," if you think I give two fucks about that, I really don't. I would rather us govern ourselves in our own communities and build our own communities up versus keep on hoping that this dude or this female is the lucky charm that's going to help us get above the water.
Exactly. Which is
The only way we're gonna get above the
watch
water
cycle
is
I'm
you gotta
talking
swim
about
to
that
the
we've
top.
seen to stay in.
Yeah. The only way you get to the top of the water is you got to swim to the top. You got to put your own sweat, tears, and heartache into helping people. You don't look for no foundation. You don't look for all these people to
Go
help
ahead
you
and cue it up.
because if you do that, then that means you're looking for acknowledgments and all that.
Right. All right, y'all. All right, just to touch on our last video. I've seen this one already. I like the
Yeah, we
this
shared
isn't
this.
my video, but I like the sentiments.
Yeah, it's based on what we talking. And I remember Roland Martin kept asking this kid right here the same question Phil said. He asked all the young kids, you know, because you got to have a plan. A lot of these kids don't, you know, so when they get asked this question, they get stuck, or most time they get silent, you know. But this kid right here, he actually had a plan. I like his plan. I think that we should take this blueprint and put it everywhere. But I'm going to share his plans and then they little conversation. It went viral, and we're gonna give our thoughts on it. Some of y'all might seen it before.
My issue to fight, I believe.
So what's your issue to fight?
My issue, I fight for young black men before they die. And that's what I do in my organization. I do teach them to vote, but I don't tell them that voting is going to be the be all end all.
No one says the be all and end all, but it's a part of it.
But you guys promote voting like it's just going to change like the systemic outlook of the black community. That's not where it's at. We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities.
So define do for self.
When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets. When I said black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities, you shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that statement at all.
So when you say do for self, like what? Explain that.
Okay. For example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self. And I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skilled trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia, to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it.
So
I beat the stereotype that I'm young, black in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not.
So a question.
Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're going to go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's going to change in our community.
So you
voting.
Murdered that boy on there, man. Bro, they know what to say. Uncensored, what's your thoughts on that, man?
He's banned from that show. He ain't never going back on. He ain't never going back on.
He don't want him back on.
Yeah, he don't want him back on.
Hey, well, what's your thoughts on what he was saying, though?
I think he's totally right, and I don't know who said it in a minute. I think it was Weezer was saying that we need to show him how to work, and he's doing it. It's a lot. We see it in our neighborhood. We got methadone clinics, but a lot of people can't afford the rehab.
Yeah.
So it's hustling backwards. So, and him taking out, he buckled his shoe straps and putting the work in and getting kids that nobody wants. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? That's beautiful to see.
You see him and a group of teenagers did this, and we be talking as grown adults and can't get things really done in the community. It's like these kids be on loopholes, man. They got the energy, the drive, so it's like that is the best chance. But overall, what's your thoughts, Phil? What you heard the young man said to Roland, how the conversation, because he actually had a plan. He actually has.
I love his plan.
Yeah.
I love his plan. Let me tell you something else. His plan is great, but his plan is also going to need state certification for that school. So if the right people aren't in office to certify that school, it's going to get shut down. So he didn't play the whole tape all the way through for you. So, his plan is great. But one man is not a village. One man is not, the village. you know, he needs the whole village. It all runs hand in hand.
Nah,
I mean, I'm all for his plan.
It's a private school, you know, so the government don't have anything to do with private school. And if they do take funding, that's when they come in and change your curricula and say your meal plan and all that. So it's not. It's a private school. Private schools ain't got government funding. So he ain't got to deal with them at all. And he sound like he willing to deal with them. He said if they help him, he don't mind it, but he not gonna sit back and wait, you know. But it's definitely private though, so he don't need anything from them.
I mean, that's great. He has a plan.
Can we do private schools here though? Is that possible here? Because he in Atlanta or Georgia somewhere. So I don't
know if you can do private schools here. You can do charter schools here, but charter schools fall under the school board. Yeah. Well, not under the school board, but under the educational curriculum. You got to have a certain amount of hours. You got to have a certain. So all that falls under the school board curriculum. You can have a charter school, but you still got to fall under the curriculum requirement for that. You do the same thing with homeschooling. If you don't fall under the curriculum, it's not recognized.
Right. Sure.
Riri, what's your thoughts on what the young man said between him and Roland? I know Roland probably your boy.
Roland not
Roland need a neck.
Rolling with Roland. I like what the young man was saying, and I agree with say you and I got to do for self. It's the stuff that we have to move as a community. The stuff that we have to move as individuals, but all of that still comes hand in hand. At some point, the rubber is going to meet the road. Okay, so whether you're out there doing for self or whether you're out there doing community clicks, at some point, all of that is going to have to cross. So he's doing that. That's great, and Roland doing his thing that's great because at some point, both of those communities are going to have to cross for whatever reason. Whether you're doing your own private school, but you still got to get a certification and back and forth this whatever state that you're in, whatever borough that you're representing, they put stuff in place. You said it earlier, Molly. They always change the law. They're always doing something to make you a jump rope or play with them. They're always putting something in the game. So we can't just go up and say, oh, I'm going to run this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get the kids nobody want. First of all, you got to be qualified to get the kids that nobody want. They just ain't going to say, well, nobody wanted them here. But Molly said, come over their house. No, you know for a fact that they're going to go through you with a fine-tooth comb to see if you, able to take care or get the kids you try to get, if you're educated enough to get the kids you try to get, and if you're actually going to keep them out of trouble to get the kids you try to get. And this ain't just another game or hoax or trying to get funding. Even when you use your own money, there's still parts of stuff that you have to do. You got to get our government or our state or whichever jurisdiction that we involved. So there's always going to be a point where you're going to have to cross paths with something or somebody else. Now, I love it when he said that I'm not lobbying nobody for the money because we got the money. But what do our government do? Oh, you got money? Well, where'd you get the money from? Oh, because you young black men, you trying to do something positive? Oh, that's drug money. Oh, that's look into that for that. Look at that. You trying to get the young people off the street so they could be in the streets? You know they're always twisted. So just like you got people that do for self, you got to have people that also play the game, that know how to law so they can get you in and out of what you're trying to accomplish. I love it. I love it all. Love them both.
Seem like he know the law. He know the things he can do. And I don't want people to get confused. He didn't say you shouldn't deal with the government. He just said that he's not going to sit back and wait. You know,
right.
So
and that's fine. That is great.
But if you to ask the government, hey, we need 2 schools in our community and a program for these young teens coming out of jail to go to, how long would have took them?
Yeah,
you know,
you probably wouldn't even get it. You probably
never
go wait on the
it.
government.
Dr. Umar's still waiting on his school. government's funded. It never happened. You know, and he asking for donations. These kids was teenagers and they already got a couple of them. You know, so it's like, come on, man. People really want to do it and do the work. Get out and do it. But you got to know what you're doing. What's your thoughts on it, Dave? You back? You woke? He sleep talking. You good, Dave?
No sleep talking.
Let me go ahead and get your sentiments before you nod off again. I don't want to.
I was patiently waiting my turn.
he was asleep. You want to see the screenshot? Like I said,
look at him.
If you want the screenshot, I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
No, but
go ahead. Let me get your sentiments though before you,
just like you know what I mean, the scripts say faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? So a lot of people sit there and they have faith in the president, faith in this, faith in that, Reverend. But just like that, them little boys, them boys did. They took upon themselves to get the job done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And you know what I mean, like. I mean, you know what I mean. They could have, you know what I mean, confidence or whatever like that, in the mayor or whatever like that, but still they want to make sure the job got done. So, yeah, I agree with them.
I think that video highlights the wash cycle notion, and I feel like we continuing to stay in or whatever. That's why I asked the question I asked earlier about me seeing these sentiments my whole life with, whoever's put in place, whoever chosen, whoever's voted on, and then you say everybody not shit or everybody corrupted and everything like that. I think the energy that the young guy had when he was talking to Roland is what I was speaking on in terms of like, being in the loop and knowing that something's wrong with the system, but still looking at the system for this and that. Now, we already spoke on having to play the game. So we already know certain things you got to do. You got to get it registered. You got to make sure shit legit on paper, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But that speaks on that wash cycle that I've been seeing my whole life. I've been seeing people bitch and complain about the same things with voting and people and who gets put in and who needs to get taken out and all of that. And then, but I like that he had some actual changes and actual things that his loopholes. He had loopholes and stuff. Because Roland, coming from a younger person to an older person, always seemed like when we talking to older folks, they always quick to try to catch us on something that we ain't do right or something we ain't had lined up. And it seemed like there's a negative energy behind shit when it is straight, but yeah, I like the young dude sentiments. There's another young person out here that's actually, doing something. We speak on who doesn't a lot, but I like to see, somebody who does.
Yeah.
And another part, I think we need to get past this fucking Democrat, Republican shit. It's played out. That shit is played out. That shit is played out. And I think sometimes Roland did too much on that Democrat D sometimes, and I get tired of hearing that.
Let me step and fetch it just a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes just turn over to something else.
You gotta understand, he no different than Petty, baby. 10%.
Yeah, ain't no different.
He don't own this shit. They named the network after him, but he don't say what they want him to say. They damn sure take him off.
Yep. All day long.
Nick Cannon, boy, he like wilding out. This not your show, my guy.
Yeah.
Talking a little too much in that podcast.
Yeah.
So, I get why Roland do what he do. He one-sided, but if you on that side, you'll love him. But for those who the opposite of that side, they hate him. But for me being in the middle, I just always sit back and laugh. I just look at it like Bloods and Crips. It's just like, come on, man. Like, why is we out here voting for these people? But that's the game we're gonna play. Like Phil said, we need to learn the game and we need to get good at it. And Weezy, one of them people that can help us to tap into that, how they getting the money, how they getting their credit scores up and things like that. We just got to get better at the game, because y'all know soon we get good at it, they gonna change the rules. They always change the rules. Like the NBA, they want to see more scoring, but they make it soft now. It's like, God damn. So, We about to get up out of here. We're gonna start with you, Phil, man. Give these people some good energy before we go.
Like I said, man, you know, be true to yourself, man, and just do you. Man, I sent some flyers. I don't know if you guys are seeing them right now. We got a mayoral and city council debate coming up on the 26th of August. So if you're a DC resident or you want to know what's going on in DC, you want to hear what these candidates are saying to make a difference in your life, come on out and check it out. It's at People's Congregational Church on 13th Street.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You threw it out there. That's up for people to, you know, stand up and join along.
Yeah, uncensored. Appreciate you tapping in with us, brothers. Leave us some good energy.
Oh man, like I'm gonna go with the same we used to love and laugh, man. That's all, man.
Yeah, that's a laugh. 20 Man Green, you with us?
Yeah, I know it ain't.
Smile.
Smile, bitch.
That's it. Wow. Great money.
Shit. Be observant and pay attention to the people that is around you. When I listen to a lot of the sentiments on here, I can, and it doesn't have to be about politics, but it can be about anything in general. I definitely listen to people closely. I definitely, I don't lurk, but I do observe and I see who's doing what, who's saying what, who has some action and some passion behind the words that they share. One of the things when I'm reading flyers and stuff like that, one of the things that I highlight all the time is still having different entities outside of comedy and stuff as well. So whenever I do see a flyer that has Phil on it, especially if he's sponsoring it or it's his event, I always highlight, you know, that he has other entities outside of it just being about the comedy. And I definitely encourage people that know people or know of someone to tell people that you know or that come across you to reach out to them people, because everybody knows people around them that can fulfill certain roles. Everybody has certain roles and things that they do that they're meant to fulfill. That's why everybody's an individual. That's why everybody's different. But I, you know, like I said, pay attention to the people that's around you. Get with the people that's on the same wavelength. You know, I like Molly said earlier when he was talking to Phil and trying to, you know, uplift Phil a little bit with the things that he's working on. Get with the people that you know are about it. You know, if we can, less energy on people that ain't trying to do shit and more energy on the people that we already know is trying to get it done. Because I see so much potential, so much willpower around these circles. And I like watching things manifest, you know. So pay attention to what's around you and get with the people that's gonna get it done.
I agree with that. Reed, where you at? Is Uncle with us?
Right here.
Reed, get some good energy before we go.
Good energy before we go is, as always, let's keep these type of conversations going. This is us caring and sharing and shedding light in the dark space. And let's keep it up. It's a great show today. I loved everybody's sentiments, and I thought it was really good and eye-opening from the very first video that Trey brought up to the last one that Molly ended up with. It's today. Let's keep it going, guys. You just awesome. And y'all come back tomorrow and tune in. And the people that's out there that can hear us and see us, share it. And to get in part of the conversation.
Definitely encourage
you.
You
all got a voice. That's right. Weezy, you got any closing remarks?
I don't think
we got to ask Weezy if she got anything.
Weezy, give us some good energy before we go. Light skin level.
Make sure that. Wait a minute. Hold on. Here.
You know we can hear it. She got a big mouth.
Yeah, like anything. And I am lover of all people. Anyway, make sure that everything you have learned today, that you take it and research it. We're going to give you the truth, but even if you don't believe it, go look for it for yourself and you'll see that it's the truth. And as far as needing a break or whatever, you have the resources here on this panel. Each one of us provide services in some way or form. You need to get some information about some financial freedom, contact me. You got Reese with the books and the comedy, and she's also a beautiful soul. You got Trey, who's highly intelligent, and he can come and do your lawn service. Don't play with him. You got
Don't
Marlon,
play
who's
with it,
another
Slim.
highly intelligent man, and he got the Seymour, so he healing you mentally and physically. Come on, don't play with us.
Hey,
You got Dave.
don't play
He got
with
the
it.
Dave got the funny. He also is very intelligent. So you got three very intelligent men who can show you the way down that rabbit hole and help you get pulled out. We got Phil. Oh, Rod and Sister. He got a podcast. I don't know you personally, but I'm pretty sure you're very intelligent if you're around us. You got to be.
Yeah, that
right.
part.
Where's Phil? Is Phil here? I'm not sure if Phil is here, but when Phil is here,
Yeah,
Phil
I'm here,
is also
I'm
a
here.
comedian, but he also is community. He is community based. He pours his heart and soul into the community. We have the resources that you need. I'm not going to toot my horn, but God dang it, I got the healing for you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in all sorts of ways. I got the financial healing for you. I got the daggone poetry if you need a little hug with words. I got all that over here. We are a one-stop shop. Come on and get what you need so you can go on with your life. That's all I got to
Come on,
say.
get
Love
what you
somebody,
need.
love yourself most importantly, and spread the word.
Hey, come on, get what you need.
You heard? Look at the Grinch.
Get what you need. Healing time.
Get us some good energy, man. Try to dig deep and get us some good energy before we go, man.
The good energy is.
Don't forget, Dynamo.
The good energy is. Oh shit. I said.
I ain't know Uncle's on here. Hold on. We got another intelligent man. Hold on. We got another intelligent man on there who gonna give it to you straightforward. He don't play. But if you listen to what he's saying, you know you need it. On top of the fact that he good with his hands and he know how to work, know how to make sure you whatever you need done, getting done. Reach out to him. It's so much on this panel. Y'all better stop playing with it. All right, I'm done.
Stop playing with it.
Where them business cards at, huh? We got him.
I about to say I gave you one, didn't I?
Yeah, I got mine.
I got one. I got mine.
I thought y'all were going to show the joint. So
Hurry up, get it out your wallet so you can show us on camera right now, Stanley.
Hey.
No, hey, believe it or not, I just gave my last one to this PO. I got there it is.
That's
right
all right.
there.
We got you covered on screen. Eric Wilkins, God's property. Okay, serving the DMV area. The number is 202-257-5691. Just one call away. Home improvement and community resources. Stop playing with it. It's there.
I'm playing with it.
There you go. Yeah.
Get some good energy out before we go, man.
Never stop with your greatness, because you can always be greater than you are. And believe in yourself and know that you're your number one product. Promote your product properly.
I ain't mad at that at all. All right, y'all know what time it is. When y'all see them flies come up, I need your attention. Everybody pay attention to me. Listen up. I got my volume turned up, so I know everybody hears me. All right, you got a few people that's going to be representing.
I told y'all again on Esther Key.
Wait a minute. You need the newer flyer.
Oh yeah, this is the older one. It's all right though. I can read off of it and just kind of let you have it up.
Yeah, Theo is the host, not Bobby.
No problem.
Now. Theo the comedian.
No problem. He's switching it. It's all right. I'll just read off of this. So there's some slight changes that's gonna be made to the flyer right here. You got DJ B-Man, Bobby Brooks as the host still, Susan. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be Theo as the host. It's going to be headlined by Susan the Duchess. You still have Gwen Factor and our very own Althea McFarlane that's going to be on the roster for this event. You got DJ B-Man, DJ Smooth, and DJ Dark that's going to be keeping you hyped and keeping you in the vibe the whole time. And there's an after party for this. So I know a lot of people above a certain age can't really make it past 10 o'clock. You know, and that's okay. They got a comedy show that's from 8 to 10. If you can hang, if you can't make it, then stay for the after party because they ain't got 3 DJs for no reason. If you want to reach out to DJ Smooth, DJ Dark, or DJ B-Man, the information is listed down below in purple, where they're also advertising cash bar vendors and the food that's available, as well as the 50/50 raffle. Not only do they, and I got an update from Reese that says it's not just the lemon pepper salmon and rice pilaf on the meal. There are other options for people that can't enjoy seafood. This is at the Downtown Cultural Arts Center at 401 North Howard Street in Baltimore, Maryland. $40 for the early bird special, $50 tickets at the door. This is on Saturday, May 9th. All right, this is Friday Night's Labs. This is April 17th. Doors open for this event at 7 p.m. And the showtime starts at 8 p.m. Very nice venue space. I enjoy myself. Want to give a quick shout out to the Crab Queen because I know I got to try some of her food. I was desperate to try because I was reading flyers long before the event started, and she definitely showed me what I need to see in terms of food. I'm going to try to grab some other items next time and order something out the kitchen sooner. But like I say all the time, seeing all that movement, seeing the women work in the kitchen and give nourishment and stuff to the guests and people in the event was a great feeling. You got a comedian, Kool-Aid. Shout out to Kool-Aid. Chad Beadle, Charlie Mack, Funny Man Green, the man that you see with the green screen. And you got Jimmy Hayes Jr., as well as special guest Jessica Schultz. And you got DJ Blaze on the 1s and 2s. DJ Blaze, he held it down last time. He gave me some vibes that I needed. Definitely more upbeat than some of the other events and everything. So he kept me there. He kept me with it. This is a BYOB event, so if you can, I encourage you to get your tickets in advance for $20. Save that $5, put it towards a bottle, a shot, whatever you like, whatever kind you like, whatever you drink. This is at 249 Virginia Avenue in Cumberland, Maryland. It's the event center. Shout out to the Crab Queen. If you look right here, different selections. Not only will she have like obviously seafood, fried wings, crab rolls. She does have seafood boils, steak and cheeses. I don't know, when her varieties and stuff will switch up, but she got plenty for you to snack on, munch on, and enjoy. So you got different seasonings, different flavors and stuff. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy myself. I want to take advantage of more stuff on the menu next time. But she operates off good labs, good drinks, and good food. And that's what it was about. So shout out to David for continuing to use the event center because I like what he's doing with it. I like what's happening. Every time I go, I have a ball. So shout out to that. All right, y'all. This is New Beginnings. New Beginnings presents Friday Night Live at Inspiration Cafe. This is featuring a variety of performer artists, music, fun, and much more. You got our very own Althea McFarlane. That's going to be the host. Comedian Miss Reese Cup. She's going to be the host for this event. You got storytellers. You got gospel vocalists. You have praise dancers. It says pay via PayPal, $15 per ticket. Admissions is going to be $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Even if you're just giving a little donation or something towards the cause or whatever, I still encourage you to say that $5. Why not? Mingle and music. The whole session is going to be from 7 to 8 p.m. and then the showtime starts at 8. So you got a whole bunch of time to take pictures. I know we'll be there, so we'll be probably taking your pictures, filming the event and stuff as well. So you got plenty of time to network and do whatever before the showtime starts and during the little intermission. This is at Dr. Michael Hall. This is from Dr. Michael Hall, senior pastor at 16508 Old Central Avenue in Bowie, Maryland, 20716. Shout out to DJ Watt for being on the 1s and 2s for this event. But it looks like a jam-packed event. Love the flyer. Love some of the variety that you guys are offering with this one. All right, Love and Happiness Spring Comedy Show. Now, like I say all the time, I'm thrilled by this one. I don't want to get more excited reading this one than the other flyers, like it's more important. But this is something that I've kind of been trying to manifest in terms of some of the things I say, some of the things that I throw out there, some of the things that I even see that Reese deserves. You know, she's been doing this for a while. I remember meeting her right by my house at Bar 210, watching her do her comedy. So to go from there years ago to come around full circle and see McFarland Entertainment being the ones for, being the entity presenting this event thrills me. So you got a few people that's going to be on the roster. You got the Gwen Factor. It's going to be hosted by the Gwen Factor. You got our feature, Mimi Manning, special guest Gerald Brown, as well as special guest Juwan Cap. Only thing that we require is that you be ready to show up, have fun, ready to have a ball, and that you be 21 years and up. You can scan the QR code in the bottom left corner next to the lady you see with her arms folded. That's our financial literacy / PR person when it comes to the Morning Mac Show, Phoenix. But you can scan that QR code to take you straight to purchasing tickets on Eventbrite. This is at Terminal 8 Bar and Lounge at 2109 Avent Ferry Road. I encourage you to be there. Definitely reach out to Reese, myself, Molly, anyone that you see on this flyer, because I know this one is going to be great. You got DJ Sly Tie, the reason why we got this music right here in the first place. Take a listen. He's going to be on the 1s and 2s, so he's definitely going to be holding us down in terms of entertainment. It'll be nice to actually see him, mixing music, keeping us hyped, keeping us live. But I'm excited for this. We're going to make this everything that it needs to be, And shout out to Auntie Felicia down there doing that legwork and stuff, getting everything right. She's going to be providing us with our food and our nourishment. So I'm excited to taste stuff. I'm excited for all this stuff. A lot of new things are happening this year. So Saturday, May 23rd of this year, obviously, doors will open for this event at 7. Showtime starts at 8. All right, y'all. This is Skit Happens, not Shit Happens. I said it right the first time. Skit Happens. Now, this is the casting call. They're looking for improv actors, comedians for a sketch comedy show. Now, this is open call. Only thing that they're requiring is that you be ages 17 and up. This is online, and this will continue as a movement until all the spots are filled. So there is no technical deadline right now. I see a lot of people, the example I give all the time. A lot of people have transferred from being on YouTube and making little quick 60-second videos to being on main platforms like the Breakfast Club, being on your major stages. So you never know where you'll get discovered. I definitely encourage you to reach out to Red Vision Cinema and submit or inquire about the information.
Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Started let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew.
All right, y'all, that's it in the flyers.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if I had some more. There's so many.
Friday, 10:30 to 12:30. Make sure you stay tapped in. We got a lot for y'all. If you got anything that you want to submit, any video, subject matter, feel free. We don't want to just talk just to talk. We want to talk about stuff that y'all want to address too. So let us know.
Get out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button before y'all go. Appreciate you Uncensored for tapping in with us. Still, our boy Funny, man. He tried his best. He stayed awake though. Uncle E, Riri, and Weezy Wee. Catch y'all tomorrow. Turn Up Tuesday. Make sure y'all tap in 10:30.
New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual.